And let's try to do it over a network then. I think we'll have the same issues where the YouTube just cut off, which is interesting. Something that I didn't have a problem with in the old days either, but now have a problem in regards of YouTube cutting off all the time. I could pretty much, I could just go on and on and on without any issues in regards of uploading to YouTube, but those days are gone. Also need to fix Android 7 instead of Android 8 on my mobile, because apparently Android 8 has issues. Isn't it interesting? This is typical, right? You know, they apparently seem to have worked a lot on Android 7 in regards of the LG V20, and then Android 8 came, and apparently that made a lot of bugs. Now, two biggies, there might be more in regards of actually charging the mobile, but anyway, maybe all, but anyway, there's two biggies at least. Two biggies that is not found in the LG V7. For example, all the notes, breaks, in the Android 8 version. Doesn't break in the 7. I checked, I was checking, it's like, okay, it breaks in the 8. It's just incredible. They didn't even sort that out, they didn't care, because you can just buy a new model, right? So anyway, I found, for checking MP3 and MP4 files, I have found a module for foobar, but I don't know how it actually works, but it should be, it is installed. About select one or more tracks to test, choose utilities, verify integrity from the card. Okay, so we have everything fixed. It seems to foobar seems to be the one. I see a utility optimize file layout, optimize this, verify integrity. Let's try that. That will probably, who knows, but probably take a lot of time if it's going to go through all the files. But there should be at least two files that is broken. That's the two files that I fixed on my website. Refixed them so they work. But in this backup, they should, both of them, as far as I recall, is broke. So that's great in some sense. It does seem to take a long time for it to verify integrity of tracks. It's 100 gigabytes, but at least if this works, I will be able to then verify things without actually checking them all, and then find things if it begins to break, and I guess it should work with MP4 and MP3 files. And I don't know how many files I have here. Let's see here, properties, 1000 files. So we have 1000 media files, which is a good amount. And so that's a good amount of files, way too many really, but direction 2 weeks and 5 days. And here we have some information on the track gain. I think all of them have the track gain thing and all that. Anyway, I can see it takes a long time. I think this would probably be something I would do while sleeping. So of course, downloading all the files again that I have on my server, and then set it to work in regard to verifying integrity of tracks. It's still going on with 04. Wow, it takes a long time. Maybe I should try just with one file first, Failed user abort, okay. Let's try with an MP3 file and see if it want to take that. Let's start with that. Utility, verify integrity. Okay, we can see it move, so that's nice. Let's see, one item decoded with minor problems. Okay, what does it say? Reported length is inaccurate. 36.34 versus 36.38. decoded. So it seems like it's longer than it should be, or what? You know, I don't know. Let's try another one. Well, let's try to take all these MP3 files and see if we can utility, verify integrity. So I don't know how much CPU power it uses, but at least use some. Okay. Oh, it's already finished, so it's pretty good. It says reported length is inaccurate. It actually says every one of them is inaccurate. But it's not much. The decoded with minor problems, yeah, well, just doesn't really seem to be issues as such. I'm not sure why this would actually be that it has wrong length, you know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the files overall. Let's try to take some other MP3 files. Let's try these and try to verify integrity. There's no integrity issue there. So apparently these the Fox's Book of Martyrs apparently has some kind of an issue, minor issue in regards to the length, but it doesn't seem to be like biggie issues. But again, I don't know why they would have these issues, but it's pretty, you know, quick to run through the MP3 files at least. It's like 1, 2, 3, decoded with minor problem, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's take a little more of MP3 files. Let's take this and see. That should make. Then we should have some that are good and some that are bad or whatever. Verify integrity. Oh, anyway, so I'm still taking the antifungal thing and putting it on my skin, and it should absorb some of the antifungal things into the body as well, which do seem to, you know, it does seem to affect me negatively because there's thyme in it, and thyme and me apparently just does not go hand in hand, you know. Thyme is like kryptonite to me or something like that. I don't know why. It's something that you usually eat. I would like to try to eat thyme with some meat, fix it together and try to see what happens. If I also get affected badly in regards of it. I really get, you know, depressed with taking thyme. It's antifungal. It's really antifungal. It's just one of the stronger antifungals, but clearly it's not something that I feel poisoned, I feel sad, I feel depressed when I, you know, take it. Okay, we're finished here in regards of foobar, although it's just makes this, instead of, you can't just blow it up in a full screen apparently. It's like, but you have 35 items decoded with problems, and that's in regards of minor issues. Decoded with minor problems, everything else seems to be good. If we have a decoder with minor problems like 404, but so, you know, it's 404 is 404, but there's a difference in regards of a minor thing in regards apparently. It doesn't seem to be of the biggie issues. It also says decoder with minor problems. So decoder with minor problem. Again, it's like milliseconds or something, or smaller than milliseconds. Some of these things, you know. Again, I don't know why it would have the problem. Oh yeah, maybe in regards of where you cut the video and the sound. If I recall correctly, when you cut things, you can end up with some issues. But you know, this is not a video. These are MP3 files, so I don't know. Reported length is inaccurate. So I do wonder if they were inaccurate before I toyed around with them. You know, I don't know. Let's take the oldest I have. the oldest backup where I didn't do this thing as far as I recall, or maybe I actually, damn, actually, maybe this is it. Maybe it was like that from the beginning. Media. I don't know if one can sort it out. Okay, let's try and take a new one here. I guess I should really name them. So let's see here. Old. Okay, let's put this. Oldest maybe. Oldest. So we'll edit the files. But yeah, the two other files that are problematic, it should be able to find those files and say, hey, there's a huge issue here. And if it can figure that out, at least I can make it run for maybe a lot of hours to actually check. But if it actually, apparently it doesn't seem to take that long with the MP3 files. So maybe it's the MP4 files that is more of an issue. I don't know. It did seem to take a long time for... Of course, 1,000 files will, it will take some time for sure. Okay, so let's see here. What files were broken? Doesn't really look that bad when you have it in the player. It doesn't look like that is that much, Wow, I apparently haven't fixed that in regards of information. Okay, so let's see here. Where are the... Oh, that's artist album. Oh, it seems to be someone wrong, but anyway. What is the... Yeah, it's not me helping my brain in regards to thinking for sure. Seems like there are some of the files that seem to be fixed with some track gain information already. Or maybe that's from... Yeah, okay. Anyway, where are the files? Oh, here we go. I think I found it. Okay, let's try to fix those, and I think we will have issues with all the files, apparently. It also seems to have some track gain already fixed, apparently. So, I don't know if the original would have had those things. I don't know. It's the oldest backup I have. Yeah, we have problems. Okay. So whatever the case, I would need to download the whole thing from my web server and then go through them all with this application, which might take hours, maybe days, I don't know, and then see if what it reacts to and go through it all, I guess. That's one way of doing it. But let's see if I can find the... Let's take the newest version here and then just go for the music. That's 200 files. Should be pretty quick to go to those. And that should, we should be able to find those two. That is the problem. So let's see here, music, 200 files. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, the antifungal remedy is absolutely affecting me negatively. But hey, as long as it's antifungal, that's great, right? But yeah, it's affecting me negatively. I just feel depressed and sad and not really good. Poisoned, yeah. Okay, verify integrity. Now I'm not going to die or anything like that. It's just, it's not absolute. It doesn't have a positive effect on me. Okay, it seems to be going actually pretty quick. In regards of those 200 files, 200 and something files. It's already well, it's moving at least, it's moving. So it is apparently the video file seems to apparently take longer to evolve. I guess they probably also bigger than, well, the movies where they're 2 hours or something like that. We are nearly 1/4 of the way, I think, so it's not bad. Of course, music is not that long, each and every file, so let's see if it finds the two. Let's see if I can find the two in the huge, who knows? Maybe that's the only two files that are problems. Let's hope that. That would be nice. It's interesting. I would hit into them. It's like one, and then okay, and then I hit into another. I'm like, oh no, you gotta be kidding me, So now we have a flute. Oh, that's actually, I can feel it's heavier than the other one actually, even if it's not, it's the. I can actually feel that it's heavier than the other flute I have, which I don't know where I've actually. Do I have that? No, I don't have it. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's over on the couch, but yeah, you can actually feel that. Okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so let's see what we have. Why can't it go full screen? I don't get it. Okay, we don't need all the OK files. Apparently most of the files are OK. So let's see here. We have a problem in regard. We have 3 files that seems to be a problem. We have the one that I have, Lord keep us steadfast in your word censored version. It says object mdate at 1500 bytes is truncated. I don't know what truncated means, but it has something to do with something bad, right? Truncated, let's see, meaning. And I need to write it 2 times because that's just how it is in Opera apparently. At the moment, meaning it's the silliness of computing. Shorten in direction or extent. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. The file may not be playable completely and be 4 frame position outside valid range. So here we actually have 3 of the files, and 2 of them is the correct ones that I've checked. Apparently there is another from Larry Norman that is the issue. So it might be a problem on the server as well. But yeah, so you have all these issues, right? You have server issues where the server doesn't work. You have, you have so many issues, and that you need to always verify the data to check if, it's just bullshit, So anyway, Larry Norman, the great American novel, that was one of them, but that's, let's see here. Why don't you look to Jesus? And let's see here. Why don't you look to Jesus? So that's another one that apparently should be corrupted. Yeah, and still, Opera apparently have a problem after it seems to have updated, or maybe I need to refresh it or whatever. But I can't move in the file. It hasn't happened before. So, and it was working yesterday. Apparently it just started with this nonsense issue. Yeah, it works actually. That's another Opera browser. It's interesting that it works on this browser. Well, it's still Opera, but doesn't work with the other one. Let's try. Yeah. Okay, works. Okay, let's move forward and see if it breaks. Yeah, that break. So that broke. Interesting. So Larry Norman is the 2 files that is apparently issues with. I could see on the server as well. So that's absolutely a problem here. So we have 3 files. It's not that bad, those are the worst ones. Then we have unsupported format or corrupted file. We have the moo box not found, and I know there was some of those, although I think I lost the data. I think the computer broke or something like that. That was some, no, that was something in regards to, I lost the files, yeah, or the information that I had. There was some files that needed to apparently, why they didn't have the moov box file, whatever. Decoded with minor problems, so we have different length things and all that, yeah. But pretty much everything else seems to be a-okay. 211 files, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those have some errors, and some of them are not totally, you know. But of course, this is only the music section. And some of these files I can re-download in regard to the move box not found, and I do recall there was some issues in regards to that. I'll need to look into that. Of course, the worst thing is when my data is corrupted. So 8 items could not be correctly decoded, 3 items decoded with minor problems, and again, okay, so that was 2,000 of the 200. So the question is, how long does it take to actually do it with a video file? I think maybe I've been drinking too much coffee or something like that. Seems to need to go to the bathroom, you know? Like, you gotta be kidding me. I've already been there a couple of times, at least 2. Give me a break. Okay, thinking. Okay, media over there. Great. So we'll add it. Oh, but yeah, maybe it's the antifungal that makes further also. You know, that can be many factors, but I know essential oils sometimes can make things go a little in regards of. I don't know if the body tries to clean itself out. Maybe it thinks that it's in the gut or whatever it's called, you know, and it wants to purge the thing out, you know. But it's not really inside, it's on the outside, and I guess from the outside it goes into the body, and maybe the body then thinks that, you know, hey, I need to purge myself. I don't want this thing in my, you know, in the body or whatever. So it maybe tries to just get rid of it, which is to no avail. But, well, like, you know, I don't know how much it actually can get into the body in regard to things. But okay, so let's we have the files here. Let's take one of the biggie files, right? Direction 1 hour to that's something. So here that's like, well, that's 6 hours. Okay, let's just try that. Utility, verify integrity. Actually, it doesn't seem to take that long. It does seem to move pretty good. I guess it's just when there's 2,000 files, then it just. But of course, this one it's something that I downloaded 2022 2nd 21, right? So this is not the thing that is probably on the server at the moment, right? So again, I would need to download the whole thing. That will takes a lot of hours. I can't remember how long it actually takes. Oh, here we have no problem. Okay, okay, so let's try to just take every file and just say utility, verify integrity. But it still gives me a sense in regards of things. Now I have 1,000 files, and some of them doesn't take that long, but it probably will still take a couple of hours to finish. So I'll just let it run. I do wonder how much it actually takes of my CPU. Switch to, what is it? What? Start task manager. Apparently the task manager is, oh, there we go. Okay, let's see, yeah. And let's put it up so we can see the CPU, how much it actually used. Doesn't seem that bad, 14%. But yeah. App error, socket hang up, you know, on the server thing, yeah. So, it's not, yeah. So you have the server issues here and there factor, you have the file factor issue, and so forward. So anyway, the mobile phone, I need to install Android 7 at some point. And apparently I should probably go to the bedroom. Yeah, anyway, I'll take a break. Go out and